Thanks for joining us here at 7 o'clock on The Wax. I'm Caitlin Francis.
I'm Caitlin Nuclo. You're watching Eyewitness News here. We have a lot to talk about, but first we do want to get the details on that forecast. We'll say hello to meteorologist Jill Gilardi. Hey, good morning, Jill.
Good morning again.
Hello.
Hello. Sometimes it happens. Like, oh, I'm up. Okay, I'll start talking.
Could have been my fault.
No, it's not. Never your fault.
I think it maybe was my bad. I do apologize.
It's
I'm
okay.
staying out of this one.
I'll take the fault for it.
We're moving on from that. You know, things happen. As we take a look at what's happening outside right now, we do have a lot of haze from wildfire smoke. The air quality is okay right now. So hopefully it stays that way, but as you can see, surrounding states, it's not going to be the same. But as you can see, you know, we're close to each and every one of these states that it's not like the smoke's like, I'm stopping from going to Connecticut. So yeah, we could see an alert issue that's all deep dependent. All right, here we go in Hartford. Wow, it definitely looks very hazy outside. It's all about whether or not that smoke gets down to surface level. That's when we have those issues with air quality. 61 right now. We have that haze and that glowing orange sunrise in Middletown, and also a little bit of fog in the valley, especially near any body of water. You're going to get that. Visibility generally is fine. It's just you're going to see a little bit of that right by the waterways. As we take a look at the temperature, still feeling refreshing out there with 50s, just a couple locations in the 60s. Winds are light coming in from the north. So as we take a look at the next 6 hours, as we approach noon, of course, it's going to be like 82 versus, you know, 75 at 10 o'clock. So we'll be gradually warming and being under that hazy sunshine. So heading out for a walk this morning, it's the perfect time of the day. The later you wait, the warmer it gets, with a few spots topping off above average with those upper 80s. Inland, especially in low 80s, the shoreline. And just to give you a reminder, the puppy paws stepping out on, you know, pavement and anything like that, concrete could get very hot this late morning into the afternoon. So just check it with your palm if you're taking your pups out for a walk then. Otherwise, looking pretty good early there this morning. We'll talk more about the haze. We've got the tropics, a lot of different things happening. Of course, this beautiful weather. I'll be back again a little bit later. Caitlin?
All right, thanks, Jill. Good morning, everyone. An update here on those roads. Heading out the door. Look at this. We're off to such a nice start this morning. Grab the sunglasses as you're heading out the door if you're heading to work. Maybe you're bringing the kids to one of the last couple days or weeks of summer camp here. Live look in Hartford 91 north and southbound there. In Vernon along 84 east and westbound by exit 65. That's off Hartford Turnpike. In Middletown along Route 9. We're doing so much better. Look at how nice and quiet it is by the light here. Still early. We'll start to see that traffic volume increase, but visibility has drastically improved along the Connecticut River Valley here and in Meriden along 691 east and westbound. Again, traffic volume really is just so light across the state. I think Jill's probably right. Lots of vacationing folks this week, that last summer hurrah. Your drive times all looking fantastic. Technically just about an 80-minute ride, 95 southbound towards the George Washington Bridge. That's a quick check at your Connecticut Chevy First Alert traffic report driven by your Connecticut Chevy dealers.
Happening this morning in Westbrook, the search will continue for a missing man.
Your reporter Marcy Jones has more on where this search at Messerschmitt Pond stands this morning.
Just heartbreaking, but of course loved ones are still holding on to hope that there will be some good news today. Searchers will resume their efforts just now because they had to temporarily pause while it was dark. However, we know all hands will be on deck looking for this 38-year-old whose name has not yet publicly been released. The search began Friday evening when a paddleboarder discovered an overturned canoe near the shoreline. After police were called, investigators found his car with personal belongings nearby. Officers were able to make contact with the man's family, who said they had not heard from the man since Tuesday. State police, Deep, and Encon police have continued the search throughout the weekend with a ground search, boats, and canines. Officials did not release an official time for the search to resume. However, we do know since the sun is coming up, it should be relatively soon here. They are asking members of the public to avoid the area which is shut down so that they can do their search uninterrupted. Your reporter in Westbrook, Marcy Jones, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
Well, today, the suspect accused of shooting and killing a 17-year-old girl in Waterbury last month will face a judge. 40-year-old Shamar Atwater is charged with murdering Charisma Fox. Atwater was finally arrested Friday in Watertown after weeks on the run. Police say Fox was shot on Willow Street in Waterbury during a fight. Your reporter Anna Stansfield will join us live to break down what we can expect in court later today.
Well, this morning we're working to find out more about alternative child care options for families impacted by the closure of the New Britain YWCA's daycare program, which will remain in place for at least the next 3 weeks. The YWCA says information on other programs will be made available later this week. We'll, of course, bring that to you live here on air and the WFSB app. But as you'll remember, the daycare has been closed since last Wednesday after a toddler choked to death.
This morning, officials are urging you to be careful while swimming in open water after a man drowned at Bigelow Hollow State Park in Union yesterday. Other swimmers tried to save him, but they couldn't get to him. One former lifeguard says a lot of people swim in that area despite no swimming signs. The victim's name has not been released.
It's 7:06 here. We're continuing to be on top of this developing story. It's got a lot of people in the state talking, which would take the WNBA by storm.
Yeah, so the owners of the Connecticut Sun are in talks to sell the team right now, and that means they could move to Boston.
Yesterday's game was the first time the teams played since the terms of a possible deal have been released.
Your reporter Taylor Knight joins us in the studio here to share what some of the reaction has been. And Taylor, how are the players feeling about all this?
Well, players told Channel 3 that this could end up being a positive thing because it's an investment in them and the WNBA as a whole. Celtics minority owner Steve Pagliuca offered a record $325 million to buy the Connecticut Sun. He also offered to build the team a $100 million practice facility in Boston. If this deal is approved by the WNBA, the Sun will be playing in Boston starting with the 2027 season.
We're just very thankful that there's a person and there's a place for this team to continue on, and especially in the New England area.
That's a lot of money. Like the fact that that goes into like a WNBA team is just amazing because some people don't even watch women's basketball. At least they didn't a long time ago.
The WNBA still needs to approve this deal. Pagliuca says that he believes the sale and the move to a larger arena in New England will benefit the league, the team, and its fans. Your reporter in studio, Taylor Knight, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
All right, Taylor, thank you. Today, a man from Beacon Falls set to face a judge after police say he was involved in a high-speed crash that left another driver hurt in Naugatuck. Take a look here. This video we're about to show you shows that car speeding by down along Rubber Avenue. Then it slammed into another vehicle. That suspect was arrested after running through a number of backyards. The suspect, as well as the other driver, were treated at the hospital. Both have since been released.
Well, this morning we're working to find out if the 18-year-old high school student from New Haven, who is in ICE custody right now, is back in New England. We did reach out to his lawyer to find out if he's been brought back from Louisiana, and we're waiting to hear back about that. He was initially supposed to be flown to Guatemala last Thursday. Immigration advocates and New Haven school leaders have been calling for his release.
Hey, a heads up this morning if you drive through the eastern portion of the state, because you might need to add a little bit of travel time, maybe a lot of travel time, to your commute in the next few weeks, because starting today, Route 138 in Griswold closed at the intersection of Route 201 for a bridge replacement. So you can see Pinpoint News Tracker showing us that scene there. Drivers in both directions will be detoured 11 miles through Voluntown and Preston. That closure, again, expected to last about 3 weeks.
Well, this morning, a pilot says he is grateful to be alive after his plane crashed into Ashland Pond in Jewett City. Listen to this. The pilot realized the plane had lost power during his flight yesterday, and he knew he needed to make a crash landing. He's been a pilot for almost 50 years and says his experience and training kicked in.
I wasn't panicking. I know what I have to do. I have to fly the airplane till everything stops.
So he says the crash was like hitting a brick wall, but he was able to get out of the plane and swim to safety. Wow, the FAA is now looking into that crash.